Hello, and you are more than welcome back to Little Miss Drop Stitch. And today is a very special episode because I am debuting my very first knitting pattern. So here we have it. It's the Dublin Cushion, okay, and in Grand Dublin, now Irish style. It has been raining all day in July today. So it comes in the worsted weight, which is this one, and also a DK weight pattern, so they're both included in the one pattern, and it'll be available on Ravelry and Etsy as well. And the reason I decided to do the two patterns in one was just to help kind of beginners if the tension's too tight or too loose, and also having been on a couple of continental wool shopping trips this year, I know that absolutely easy for me to get hold of DK here in the UK, but not so much in other countries, and the other way around. So kind of people abroad can get hold of worsted absolutely fine, but not DK. So who is the pattern suitable for? Well, when designing this, I had two types of knitters in mind. Okay, the first is what I call a curious beginner. Okay, so the stitches I've used is 2x2 rib, which is this on the back here. That was just to give you that bit of stretch when you put in the zip in. Okay, just to make it a bit easier, and also garter stitch rib. Okay, so if we turn to the front, I absolutely love garter stitch rib. I spent the whole of lockdown making a jumper in just cobalt garter stitch rib, so just this stitch. It's absolutely beautiful. As you can probably see, it's got that bit of thickness as well because of the garter stitch in it, so it's just that perfect cosy autumn winter cushion that looks and feels robust as well, and it has quite a lot of life in it. Okay, so I still absolutely get excited with how simple this stitch is, but how great it looks as well. So yeah, also designed for a confident, experienced knitter. It's that knit when you're watching television all day on a Sunday under a blanket, just having a knitting day. It's not mind numbing like stocking stitch or your garter stitch, but it it has got that bit of special to it and a bit of excitement. You're not going to go too wrong, but there is the changes in there because of the one row knit and one row 2x2 rib as well in there. So I have made lots of plans actually to make more, so I made these two, but yeah, I do have plans to make more with my scraps and all bits. This was actually with just stash wool as well, and I think that looks great also. So you're probably wondering by now, why is it called the Dublin Cushion? And as a maker, I also like to know the kind of design notes and inspiration behind patterns as well. So I went to Dublin last year, and it was arguably the start of my wool stash absolutely exploding, because foreign wool shopping is now my new favourite hobby apparently, and it also doesn't count if it's in foreign currency, so who knew? But yeah, anyway, I really wanted to experience some Irish wool, okay, proper woolly wool spun in Ireland like this. Okay, we don't all have a local wool shop, okay, and just forget how exciting it is compared to online. I would never ever put these colours together, but I think they are absolutely banging. Okay, I love them, and yes, in person I was able to put them all together. It's the Donegal spinning company yarn, okay, or wool we can say, because it's 100%. And yeah, it's spun in Ireland. It's absolutely beautiful. It was from a shop called This Is Knit in Dublin, and it's in a shopping arcade, but it's just all handmade stuff in this arcade. So yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, really special trip. And I also went to see river dance as well, which I've always wanted to do because my grandma, who I love very dearly, she saw it with Michael Flatley when it first came out originally. So yeah, really special trip. And now I've got a nice souvenir. Let's talk about the yarn you'll need. I'm sure there's a portion of you thinking, yes, I need an excuse to get more yarn, and there'll be some of you thinking, help, I shouldn't be buying any more. So I've got you both covered, and what really excites me about this project is it will make a great stash buster. The DK version here was actually a stash buster for me because I already had these yarns in, and I just couldn't be bothered to make what I'd originally planned. And you do feel like you could be a good person, don't you, when you use out your stash as well. So I would be thrilled to see your stash busting efforts, and this is also a great one for using up your 4-ply, what's left from socks and bits like that, or baby garments, because you can hold 2 4-plies together to make 8-ply, which is DK weight. It would also be great for murling as well, so you know, putting greys or creams with things as well, so that would be really cool. These cushions are very different and they suit any room you're in. Okay, so no two will be the same, especially if you're using up your scraps, stash busting, things like that. Okay, you can't really go wrong, and you'll be making room in your stash for more, whether that means more yarn or more space, you decide. The wool for the worsted weight cushion is a DK to worsted weight, so 4 to 4.5mm needles. It's called Donegal Wool Spinning Company, and I got it in Ireland, but it is available in the UK and other countries as well. I did 10 rows per colour, and the pattern information will let you know the shades. I do have plans for the leftovers, as obviously there's quite a bit left. I mean, I don't have plans, but I'm sure I will do one day. There's 200 metres per 100 grams, and I used 160 in total for the worsted, slightly less for the DK with that King Cole yarn, but it's all in the pattern. So yeah, really nice. And the DK King Cole, that's variegated, and for this worsted cushion I've done stripes and I've weaved in the ends as well. Great opportunity to get posh wool as well, not trying to enable, but you know, you just see a gorgeous wool, but obviously it'd be too dear to make in a garment. So for around the third of the price of a small garment, it's it's an opportunity, shall we say, to get the posh wool. In the pattern, I've included a troubleshooting section, including what to do if you don't have a zip, you cannot be bothered to put one in, all valid options, that's all in there to help you. The Dublin Cushion pattern, okay, is for a 16-inch square cushion pad, 40 centimetres, okay, and what you're knitting, the cushion cover, that's 14 inch, about 35 centimetres, okay. It's available as digital download on Ravelry and Etsy. Okay, I absolutely cannot wait to see what you guys make, especially show me please your stash busting projects, your scrappy yarn, what's left in your stash. This was actually what's left in my stash and you would absolutely never know. It turned out beautifully with variegated, and if you did want to make these exact colours, that's in the pattern as well, all yardages, really doesn't take much at all, so yeah. Pop those on Ravelry or share them with me. I'm knocking things over. Share that with me on social media. Yeah, give us a like, subscribe, and a little comment on here as well if you like this video. It would really help us out and get more people knitting the Dublin Cushion. So I think that's all's left is to say happy knitting, make a brew, and take care.